the wider, right? That's doing the wider. Okay. Yeah, what's your name? What's the job title?
Right on. Greetings. My name is Chris Chatmon. I'm the founder and CEO of Kingmakers of Oakland. Portraits of a King is trying to shine a light on that journey of personal transformation that our young kings are going through by, recognizing the gifts and talents within, but also that they don't do that in isolation, that, they do that through this commitment of self, through getting in right relationship with their brother, the family, but also then leveraging the gifts and assets within their community. And that is a process and that's a journey. But Kingmakers of Oakland, in the spirit of sharing those stories, believes that's important for all of us to see those stories, that they're happening every day. It don't matter if you're in the hills or if you're in the flats, if you're in the east, if you're in the west, you're in the north, and in the south. If you see these stories, then you know that we could do these same sort of things in every neighborhood.
Yeah, the revolution won't be televised, but on my television screen I see my people die. So we've been marching, we've been screaming, fighting for our rights, but really if we got each other we gon' be alright, right? Planting seeds so we can see the growth for the future generation, just so they can know. Change starts within yourself and your inner soul. Black girl and black boy, you was meant to glow. Yeah, and they will never get to change that. Stay strong, you got power cause your skin black.
Portraits of a King really came from this idea that more often than not, when we talk about Black boys in our community, not just even in public schools, it tends to evoke a negative depiction of Black boys. And I felt that it was really important for us really to begin to tell stories that shined a light on the innate greatness, the beauty and brilliance of our young kings, from elementary school to middle school to high school, throughout their journey of becoming a man. If children can see it, if they can hear it, if they can say it, then all things are possible. There's nothing wrong with Black boys or Black children, but we send them into this toxic ecosystem. In many ways, these sort of negative deficit stories become a self-fulfilling prophecy for our children and for the people that serve them. We all have a role in helping become a student of that student by getting to know them and getting a sense of their values and their gifts, so we can help draw that out. So when they look in the mirror, they see a king. At the end of the day, it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about community. So Portraits of a King is just that. It's centering our young kings and exposing all of us to the beauty, brilliance, and innate greatness that all Black boys possess, and those people within the village and within the community that are pouring in and really helping kind of extract and pull out that greatness so they can take their crowns out their pockets and rock it and really flip that script, for our young people.
This sound like dominoes on Saturday. I'm running fives, call game on a fadeaway. I let them talk cause they know the boy here to stay.
The impact that it can have on teachers is operating from the assumption that every king in their class is beautiful, brilliant, and possesses innate greatness. And our ability really to study and learn and understand, what are the things that make them feel good? What are those things that they're interested in? How do they learn? Are they kinesthetic? Are they auditory? Do they need to process verbally? And I think teachers then seeing stories like Portraits of a King really have an opportunity to look in the mirror for themselves, to figure out what does my do different from a pedagogical standpoint, as a way to begin to set up lessons that differentiate and allow those young people to share who they are or how they learn and process. And so being able to see the promise, the beauty, brilliance from a series sometimes then helps prime and frame the potential going into the class that, I'm not trying to fix these young kings. I'm trying to draw out what's already within them. How do I create lessons and opportunities for those young kings to tap into that genius, either individually or through projects or through exhibitions? So I think, children are who they see, and teachers really perpetuate what they see. And so Portraits of a King really primes teachers around the beauty, brilliance, and innate greatness that our young kings possess.
Look, as the leaves fall and the wind blow, I'm just sitting reminiscing on my kinfolk. Speakers blaring as I'm
as teachers begin to see these stories of brilliance within their young people, for them to share it with Kingmakers of Oakland, from our classrooms to when we do Kings in the Making opportunities and we see kings demonstrating amazing things, or our student showcases. I know one of the kings that we met in Seattle, who's an extraordinary young king that was able to share all of the countries and capitals within the continent of Africa. We came to learn about him at our student showcase. And so we want to help shine a light on those stories. King Andrew, for example, we heard about it, that there was this young king in elementary school that won a contest that ended up creating the patch that NASA ended up using for their logo. And so we were like, let's do a story on it. So I think there's many different ways that we're listening for. One, we assume that they're out there. Two, we're listening for, and then we create a vehicle of which to really capture these stories. So we're excited to tell more stories. We feel our young kings are demonstrating their greatness every day. It's just being foreshadowed many times by some of the negative narratives that mainstream media tells.
For revolution, I'm a vessel of fate. Free all my people stuck inside the institution of hate. This for my mama and the stories of how we came to this place. This for my pops and all the
I hope that the viewer begins to look in the mirror for their own self, kind of asking themselves, what can I do differently in helping a young king? And if you can't, then maybe somebody else within your network that can help them go farther faster. I mean, really, youth will be our fate or our future, and we all have a role in that. It can be active or it can be passive, but by seeing these beautiful stories, that all it really takes is to engage, encourage, and empower a young king. And to be a student of a young king empowers the viewer or the listener on what you could do to help bring all of those gifts out. Portraits of a King really is a set of strategies to help build will on how collectively we move away from a deficit narrative to an asset-based narrative. So we hope the viewer activates their own agency on their do different to really help our young brothers be the best that they can be.
Black boy, better listen close. When your elder speaking, better have the most respect, and I'll teach you how to get it. We ain't always gotta act like opposition. No, I got the wisdom, I'ma share it with you. If my life a movie.
Portraits of a King is also a tool to address how the community sees Black boys a lot of times. Generally speaking, the feedback that we get is one where folks are emotional. Folks are feeling a sense of pride that these young kings have gone through a transformative experience. And it does make me think about the Portraits of a King that we did on the young king at June Jordan High School in San Francisco that really went through this process of transformation, really shine him in a light of this amazing young brother that again has all of this potential and talent within him, and how the village really is trying to support a visualization of what's actually happening so they can share the amazing work with other people and begin to build will that, hey, this work is working, right? And not only did it shine a light on that young king, but the people in the village that have been working with him along that journey and the pride that they take during that journey as well. It has allowed the community to see the beauty, brilliance, and innate greatness that our young kings have through stories like Portraits of a King. So it's been a good tool, not just within the school, but also outside of schools as well.
Royalties in us. Royalty runs all through us.
The future for Portraits of a King, I mean, we really would love to go on kind of an international paper route, so to speak, where we're shining a light on stories of Black boys in the United States and Central and South America, throughout multiple countries within Africa, to really show the beauty, brilliance, and innate greatness of Black boys throughout the diaspora, really addressing this negative portrayal of Black boys and the power of narrative change, that we know that whoever controls the narrative has the power. Narrative really helps define how people see themselves and how people see this world. And so it's really important now more than ever that we leverage the power of film, multimedia, storytelling as a way to prime people on the beauty, brilliance, and innate greatness that all Black children have and possess. We want to accelerate the amount of positive stories that really center Black boys. And so narrative change is really important. But at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with Black children. They are only mirroring and modeling what they see in our country or what they may see from adults. And so it's important that they too hear and see positive stories. And so Portraits of a King is an invaluable tool that we all can use really to address the negative narratives that are out there and really flip that script that's pretty much the life I've lived, and I'm blessed now to be in a position to help curate and accelerate that for future children and families as well.
Hope everybody listening. We are the kings and we glistening. Cause when it crash, yeah, we gon' stand tall. We build it all, don't doubt that call, no. Can't you hear we are lyricists? Listen closely or you missing it. You can't find words if you can dig inside your soul and soul.
I can feel it in my blood, in my bones, and in my genes. I know that time coming, the desire to be free. I walk with all love, cause spirit is guiding me. Allow me to be thankful for what is inside of me. We water in the sun, gon' shine on your reflection. Anytime we pour into our passion, it's a blessing. Following the messaging that's made for your complexion will never lead you wrong if it's made with